What's up, guys and girls? Gacha Gaming here, back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about obviously just my thoughts on the new characters and new patch that's coming out. Obviously, for everyone who watched the live stream that came out yesterday, there's a lot to unpack, but in general today's video is not going to be about the live stream. Every single person has probably watched the live stream if you are a Honkai Star Rail fan, but today is going to obviously just focus more on my thoughts on the characters and whether I am going to be summoning for those characters as a free-to-play player. But with that said, let's get into it. So as we start off, I mean the patch is looking very good, to be honest. There's no problem. I feel like every content patch that they bring up for the next obviously continuation of the game is really good, but majority of games I feel will always reach a point where as much as every character is good, it's not going to meet the standard of most people, right? And for me specifically, it's not met my standard. I'm not that interested in Robin, nor am I interested in Boot Hill. Reason being is that we have characters such as Sparkle, Rune Mei, and Bronya, and for most individuals, they have actually gotten all of these three characters in the same account. For most free-to-play players, we will probably have gotten probably either a Rune Mei and a Bronya or a Sparkle and a Bronya. There's no way right now, probably unless you're starting like really late, there's no way that you as a veteran player, someone who started with the game when it started, will basically have not Bronya nor Sparkle. But today's video, we'll just focus on one thing and why I think specifically I am not going to be summoning for Robin or Boot Hill. So my first point as to why I'm not going to be summoning for Robin or Boot Hill is the fact that I feel that we have more utility from other units, specifically away from Robin. She's a good unit. I mean, she does a lot in terms of the advance forward, especially for a whole team. In that matter of fact, you get the crit damage boost, you get the attack boost. That's fine, all well and dandy. But I feel that you just have more options. From a free-to-play perspective, you have more options, especially with the Rune Mei. You do have more options. So my I'd say advice for anyone who's starting the game or any free-to-play player, don't panic pull for Robin, because obviously every single person is going to be like, yes, get Robin, Robin's busted, she's broken. I mean, just look at the Arlakino situation. She's not like the best DPS, but you know, she's a new DPS, especially fire DPS. So everybody's, I mean, you go on YouTube and you'll see broken, busted damage numbers. You know, people clickbaiting and thumbnailing 150, 300,000 worth of a hit damage and stuff. And I mean, that it's happened. I mean, the moment any character comes out, every content creator is going to be basically hyping up that character to the max. And what I can tell you right now, from a realistic perspective, I don't think Robin is for me as a free-to-play player. So that's my first point, basically, is that you have options. My second point is the fact that she comes at a stage where you've already played with so many other characters in terms of utility, and what does she exactly bring that no other character brings to the table? Apart from the advance forward for the whole team, I mean, if you have good speed tuning for teammates, which I will not lie, yes, it sounds a bit complicated, but it reaches a point, even me as a free-to-play player, you've built up quite a number of units in the game. Like for example, now what I have, you built up quite a good number of units in the game. You sort of now have time to just now farm artifacts, or rather relics, and I will not lie, it's actually it's more pleasing to now start like looking into speed tuning. Whereas you see most of these big content creators, or I don't know where they get the stamina or to basically you know, farm endlessly and daily for artifacts to speed tune like 4 or 5 characters. Like right now, God knows 1 year into the game is when I'm starting to speed tune my Silver Wolf or my Pella. So yeah, that's where I am with that specifically. So I think you have, again, related to the first option, you have options, but what does she bring that no other unit can bring to the game? I don't think, apart from the whole apart from the whole advance forward mechanic, I do not think it's really worth it. My third point, I'd say, is the character type as well. Now, in most cases, like, it's not, you don't really need how many units. There's no problem with them being a specific type, whether physical, ice, or, you know, the wind, could even be dark, imaginary, doesn't matter. A harmony unit is a harmony unit. They're there for one thing, and that's just to provide buffs. But in the event that, you know, you are building a sort of structured team, sometimes even that element can be a problem. So in my case, I didn't really feel the aspect of them removing both of them as physical units, and then the only options you have apart from that are probably now the Fushuan and the Topaz that are coming out, obviously, as their rerun, which is actually a good thing. But today, obviously, just talking about robbing. So yeah, my third problem that I had is just the fact that I don't resonate with the fact that she's a physical units. I don't resonate with that specific aspect. For some reason, it just puts me off. Like Ruin Mei, no problem. It's like imagining Ruin Mei as a fire unit. Would you imagine that? No. Like I'll be honest with you. For some reason, I thought she was going to be quantum. No lie, I thought she was going to be quantum or wind, but physical. Boot Hill, I understand, he was physical. I saw that coming. It's just the fact that it was both of them being physical that really kind of upped me in a weird way. But apart from that, that's pretty much it. So I don't have that like many complaints, and even most of these complaints are not even like big complaints. They're not something that can groundbreak or change the whole aspect of the character. My final thoughts for Robin and Boot Hill, or rather 2.2, is just the fact that there's a lot that you have already in the game. If you've already gotten most of the characters in the game, that you do not need these specific characters. There is a lot of addition. I feel from a free-to-play perspective, 2.2 is going to be more of a sort of filler patch for me. Like one of those patches where, like, as much as I want to create content for that patch, I'm only going to do so, you know, just for the sake of covering maybe, you know, MOC, simulated universe, or just general talks during the course of the patch. But I do not think that there is going to be any way for me to summon, not because I don't have Primo Gems or Stellar Jade, sorry. It's just because that I don't see the need for me to summon for any of those characters, because we have a good lineup already. We have Argenti, we have Clara, we have Bronya, we have Sparkle. Too many options. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my side. There's a lot to uncover for 2.2. I know a lot of people are going to be excited. A lot of people are already excited, but for me, unfortunately not. From a free-to-play perspective, I don't see the need. It doesn't excite me at all. It just basically doesn't excite me. But with that said, obviously leave your comments below for your thoughts and ideas. I appreciate the interactions and that I'm getting. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you all in the next one.